So we have the painting, the brushes, the cushions, the fabric, the lamp, the bulbs, the cable for the lamp, the tiles, the mirror, the plant, what else? The light switches, the wet paint, the frames, the soda, the desk, the wood, the screwdriver, the hammer, Maybe. The thing is that, I'm not gonna lie, you are going to invest quite a bit. But there are ways you can save tons of money. This next episode will talk about how expensive doing an interior design really is. I'm Patricia and this is the Designer 101. It actually depends on the amount of changes you want to do. For instance, if you're going to remodel the entire room, you first need an architect, an engineer that designs and checks if it is okay to demolish some walls and design the new installations. This can take up to $25 per square meters, more or less. Later, you will need to hire a contractor that actually does the entire specialized work. You bring people that can manage working with electrical cables, new wood frames, if you're going to build a new infrastructure or wall, or kitchen, or a new fixture that requires specialized installation, then yes, that can definitely have a bump in your budget. You see, nothing from this you can do, assuming you don't know anything about construction. So definitely you will invest in this item. For new constructions, you can calculate $2,000 per square meter of construction. So for example, if you want to renovate a terrace, it can easily be $60,000 only in construction. And this doesn't include any permit expenses. There is an amount of money you are going to invest, yes, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a lot of money. Of course, it can be incredibly more expensive than this, depending on how much more changes you're going to make. Being said that, it is important to understand that you can transform a space without having to spend too much. But how? For example, doing only decorations and making minimal changes in the space. You can do this without the need to hire a professional. This means that you won't be able to build new walls or demolish old ones or even new fixtures like a toilet or sink if you're on the tight budget. But you can definitely change the style in the room. You can achieve this by painting certain wall or covering a wall with wallpaper or tiles or even stone. People also create a different ambience just by changing the lighting fixtures, change the style of the lamps and even the bulbs. Other people create wood frames with different patterns that look so good once attached to the existing wall. You see, interior design sometimes is about working with what you already have in a room and being able to change that look and feel. Second is understanding what you need, what you actually need. Think it through, because if you start with a yellow paint and you think it doesn't look that pretty, then you have to repaint it in white, so you remove that original painting, then you start with the other color, let's say a green one, and then if you don't like it, you're gonna have to remove it with 2 or 3 layers of white. Not to mention that it takes time to dry out, so now you ended up wasting a lot of painting and a lot of time. Can't do that. Just buy the final painting, and if you're not sure, you can do some tryouts in small amounts in the actual wall. The same goes when buying tiles. I don't know about you, but every time there's a project, tiles are what always remain more. I know in the long run, it is better to have a few for future projects or modifications, since it can be hard to find that exact model if the stores are constantly creating ones. They could discontinue the one you used, but still, you don't need to keep a lot. Just calculate 10% more of what you already need, and that's it. That should cover accidents and broken tiles. Other thing is, where do you get all your stuff? The internet is a vast place of options, and there are affordable prices for many things and sometimes in sale. I'm not saying go buy everything on the black market, it's just that sometimes you can save money by comparing prices from one store or the other. Be careful to choose the right provider. Also, it depends on the interior design style you like. Check out this video about knowing what interior design style defines you. It is so different from choosing to transform a room in a glam style than to transform it into a bohemian style. I've seen so many examples with DIY projects that people go to IKEA and get a vase and another one and glue them so it's a whole new beautiful decor item. Some flowers and a change is made, or by simply changing the main furniture, which can have a huge impact on the space. My point is, you can make noticeable changes with very little investment. It is not always about the big guns and the big boom. Most of the time, it is about the right amount of changes. And just like we've seen a really nice remodel with very sensitive budget, we've seen the other side of the coin. Someone spent quite a few bucks on a remodel and the result didn't reflect that. Not helping, right? Anyway, you can create an interior design remodel with a very limited budget, and if this does not fit your vision, you can always divide the project in phases. If you like this video, hit the like button and check the one about which style is best for you. Subscribe for more and see you next time!